Hello, welcome to C++ programming language programs. In this video, we are going to see the pattern printing programs in C++. So, in the input as given, enter the number of rows. So, user has given the input as 5. So, in the output we can see there are 5 number of rows, and in the first row 1 star is printed. In the second row there are 2 stars. In the third row there are 3 stars. In the fourth row there are 4 stars, and in the fifth row there are 5 stars. And it is looking like a triangle. So this is a pattern basically. So here what we have to do is we have to write down a program for printing this type of pattern as mentioned. So this is looking like matrix, as number of rows are there and columns are also there, if you will see. So here we are going to use the for loops, that is 2 for loops, one for rows and one for columns for printing. Here if you look at the logic, first in the first row there is only 1 star, in the second row 2 stars, in the third row 3 stars, in the fourth row 4 stars are there, and in the fifth row 5 stars are there. It means that the number of rows equal to number of stars we have to print. So let's have a look for the program. So here first of all we are going to include the input output stream for getting the value from the user and for printing the output on the screen. So the definition of this cout and cin is written in this IO stream. Then every program starts execution from the main function. So here this is our main function. Basically this is the body of our main function. So inside that we are going to write down that integer rows, means we have to enter some rows. We need to take the input from the user. So for that we have declared the variable rows, which is of integer data type. So as it is an integer data type, here there are 2 bytes. Integer type is going to be occupy 2 bytes of memory. So this is a rows. Rows is nothing but the name given to the memory location, and as the user is giving the input as a 5, here the 5 value is getting stored. Okay, so initially there will be no value. Okay, then here we'll come to the cout. So in this cout, now it is mentioned that enter the number of rows, right? Enter number of rows. So here in the output, as it is mentioned in the cout double quotes, so we are going to enter number of rows. The as it is going to be printed over here. Now in the cin rows we are getting the input from the user. Here we are going to give the input from the user, that is 5. So 5 is going to be stored in the memory location rows. Then after that, for printing that matrix with the pattern of stars, we are going to use the for loop over here. So here for this for loop we are going to in this first for loop, integer I is initialized is equal to 1. So I value is equal to 1. Okay, then I is less than equal to rows, means we have to check this condition. If this condition is true, then only we are going to move inside this body of the for loop. Okay, so we have to check the condition, and after that if the condition is true, we are moving inside this for loop and we are going to execute it, and after execution of it, again we are going to incrementing the value of I, again checking the condition, again we are going to move inside the body of loop if the condition is true. So until and unless the condition is not going to be false, which condition? This condition is not going to be false, we are going to iterate this loop. So let's see here. So first of all, what is the value of I? Value of I is 1, right? So yeah, here the value of I is 1. Okay, so 1 is less than equal to rows. what is the value present in the memory location rows? That is 5. So here it is 5. So 1 is less than equal to 5? Yes, the condition is true. So if this condition is true, I told you that we are moving inside this body of loop. So inside this body of loop, we can see there is another for loop we are getting. So again, the same condition we have to perform, the same task we have to perform, that we have to check the condition. So first of all, we have to initialize the value of j as 1. So we have initialized the value of j as 1. Okay, so if the value of j is 1, if the value of j is 1, so we are going to check the condition, that is j is less than equal to I or not. So what is the value of I? Value of I is 1 over here in the memory location. Now, if this condition, if this for loop is, means for this for loop, if the condition is true, then we are moving inside this body of loop. Right? So inside this body of loop, what we are having? We are having star with some space, right? So what we are going to do? Here, we are checking the condition. Yes, our condition is true. If this condition is true, simply we are going to print one star in the output, right? And along with the space, right? Okay, then after that, according to the execution of the for loop, after executing the body of loop, we are going to increment the value of j. So here we are incrementing the value of j, or here that is 2 now. Okay. So for j is equal to 2, we are going to check the condition that 2 is less than equal to 1. Is this condition is true? Tell me that is the 2 is less than 1? No. This condition is going to be false, right? Then we have to check another condition, that is the 2 is equal to 1? No. This condition is again going to be false. It means that overall our condition is going to be false. So if this condition is going to be false, we are going to come out of this loop, right? So when we are going to come out of this loop, so then we can see here the next line, that is cout \n. What does it mean? It means that we have to move in the next line. So cursor will, you can see here the cursor is blinking, right? Okay, then after that again we have executed this body of loop again, right? So we are incrementing the value of I now. So value of I is 2. How many times we are going to increment the value of I? Until and unless the condition, this condition is not going to be false. So let's check again. I is equal to 2 now. 2 is less than equal to 5? Yes. The condition is true. Right? The condition is true. That 2 is less than 5. Okay. Now now less than equal to means what? Here we are checking the two condition, less than or equal to. Okay, equal to. Out of this, one condition should be true. Okay, out of this, one condition should be true. Then only our condition is going to be true. Hope this is clear. So, when this condition is true, we are moving inside this loop. Again, we are getting the j. So now again we are initializing the value of j as 1. Okay, now check j equal to, that is, what is the value of j? Less than 1 is less than I or not. What is the value of I? I is 2 now. So condition is going to be true. If this condition is true, we are going to print the star with some space, right? Okay, now again incrementing the value of j now. So what is the value of j now? The value of j is 2. So again check for j. So 2 is less than equal to 2. Is this condition is true? 2 less than 2. This condition is going to be false. But 2 is equal to 2. This condition is going to be true. That's why we are going to say the condition is true. And we are going to print the value. That is star with a space. Right? Okay, now again increment the value of j. So value of j is 3 now. So if the value of j is 3, again check the condition. 3 is less than equal to 3 is this 2, is this condition is true? No. 3 is not less than 2 and 3 is not equal to 2. That's why this condition is going to be false. So if this condition is false, we are going to come out of this loop, and here we are going to in the next line, that is we are going in the next line, and after that we are incrementing the value of I. So here what will be the value now? The value of I is 3 now. Then for I is equal to 3, we need to check. So 3 is less than equal to 5. Is the condition is true? Yes, the condition is true. Again we are moving inside the j. J is equal to 1. Okay, again we are initializing the value. J is equal to 1. 1 is less than equal to 3. The condition is going to be true. So we are going to print the star with some space. Again incrementing the value of j. Now value of j is 2. So j is equal to 2. 2 is less than 3. Yes, this condition is again going to be true. If the condition is true, we are going to print the star with space. Again incrementing the value of j. J value is 3 now. So j is equal to 3. 3 is less than equal to 3. Yes, the condition is true. So we are going to print the star with the space. Then again incrementing the value of j. So value of j is 4. So now j is equal to 4. 4 is less than equal to 3. Let's check the condition. Right. So is the 4 is less than 3? This condition is going to be false. Right. Then is the 4 is equal to 3? Again this condition is also going to be false. It means that overall our condition is false. So what we are doing? We are not printing the star. We are coming out of this j loop. Right. Then after coming out of this j loop, we are getting \n. We have to move inside the next line. Okay, again we have to increment the value of I. So I value is going to be 4 now. So let's check the condition. I is equal to 4. 4 less than equal to 5. Is the condition is true? Yeah, the condition is true. So what we are doing? We are just executing this for loop. J is equal to 1 again. Initializing the value of j. J is equal to 1 again. Is the 1 is less than equal to, what is the value of j? What is the value of I? It's 4. Condition is going to be true. So we are going to print this star with space. Then after that incrementing the value of j. So what is the value of j now? It's 2. So j equal to 2. 2 less than equal to 4. The condition is true or false? Yes, the condition is true. If this condition is true, we are going to print the star with space. Again incrementing the value of j. Now the value of j is 3. So j is equal to 3. 3 less than equal to 4. Condition true or false? Yes, obviously it is true. So we are going to print the star with space. Here I have given more space. Okay, yeah. Then star with space. Then after that again increment the value of j, that is 4. So now j equal to 4. 4 less than equal to 4. Here we are going to check the condition. Is the 4 is less than 4? No, this condition is false. Okay, but is the 4 is equal to 4? Yes, this condition is true. It means that our condition is true. Right. So we are going to print the star over here with space. Okay, again incrementing the value of j. Now here the value of j is 5. So j equal to 5. 5 less than equal to 4. Is this condition is true? No, this condition is going to be false. So we are going to come out of this loop and we are going into the next line. In the next line now, yeah, Yeah. In the next line, now again we are going to increment the value of I. I value is 5 now. Then I is equal to 5. 5 less than equal to 5. This condition is going to be true. If this condition is true, we are moving inside this for loop. We are checking the condition over here. First of all, we are initializing the value of j is equal to 1. Okay, so j equal to 1. 1 is less than equal to I. What is the value of I now? It is 5. So it means that we have to iterate this for loop for the 5 times, right? Okay, so the condition is true. So we are going to print this star with space. Then value of j. Okay, value of j is equal to 2. So j equal to 2. 2 less than equal to 5. This condition is going to be true. If this condition is true, we are going to print this star with space. Then again incrementing the value of j. Value of j is equal to 3. 3 less than equal to 5. Yes, condition is true. We are going to print the star. So yeah, here we have printed star. Again j equal to 4 now. So 4 less than equal to 5, condition is true. So we are printing star. Then again j equal to 5. 5 less than equal to 5, condition is true, right? So we are going to print star with space. Okay, after that here j equal to 6. 6 less than equal to 5. Is this condition is true? No, this condition is going to be false. If this condition is false, it means that we are going to be come out of this loop, right? Okay, so after that we are moving inside the we are moving into the next line. After that again we are incrementing the value of I. So value of I is 6. So now check the condition. I is equal to 6. Is the 6 is less than equal to 5? No. 6 is not less than 5. Condition is false. And 6 is not equal to 5. Here again condition is false. It means that our condition is totally false, and we are going to be come out of this. We are going to be come out of this for loop also, right? So here we are going to become out of this for loop. Now after that return 0 means, why return 0? Because here there is an integer value, so we have to return some function so that compiler will get to know here we have to stop, and here the semicolon, that is our main function, is going to be completed, and like this we have successfully printed the pattern as given in the output. Hope everyone is clear with this. Thank you.